keep us in chains. By show of hands, who else is sick and tired of the same? 1% trying to keep us small, trying to keep us from getting out. Minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands in attendance and for the millions watching at home, DCK Productions proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world! The greatest podcast in the world? Suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. No, you suck it. I appreciate it if you both suck it. Suck it!
We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome everybody to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome. Derek, how is everything tonight on the September 17th of 2020? You are listening to one of the top 25 podcasts in the world as voted on by New York Weekly Times, part of a 500,000 person growing audience. So thank you very much for being here on this Friday Eve. So, how the fuck is everyone? You looking forward to the weekend? I know I sure as fuck am. So, you know what? We've been on this, music kick all week long. Last night we talked to a living legend in Leland Sklar, for about, hour and a half last night. And tonight, we got another guy. Just a solid rocker from the band Ashes to Omens. Please welcome the lead singer of Ashes to Omens, James Branton. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, guy?
How's it going?
Man, it's going fantastic. I can't complain. Well, I'll say it's going fantastic. It's raining like a bitch down here because of this hurricane.
Yep.
But other than that, I think we'll do just fine, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna feel that hurricane later this week, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got plenty of that bullshit going on down here.
Oh my God, yeah. I talked to my parents the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, all right," and they're like, "Yeah, we're fine. This is another hurricane."
Yeah,
like,
just
yeah.
another hurricane. Yeah. You would think after so much of this bullshit, we would decide to move somewhere else. Nah, we'll just stick it out for another one.
I lived in Florida for 26 years, and I had enough of that shit. I mean, moving here to Virginia 4 years ago was the best decision of my life, let me tell you.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got the cold and the ice and the sleet to deal with up there in the mountains, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we're right in the mountains, too.
Yeah.
So I can't complain at all, man. So how's everything going for you guys?
We are, we were incredibly busy, like a lot of bands, and then shit just come to a halt. We were super busy last year. We'd already started this year off, very, very busy, and then COVID shut everything the fuck down. So we had to cancel 2 6-week tours, one in spring and one in the summer, which we're trying to recover from now. But man, we miss it. There was a lot of shows all over the South. We'd already planned a West Coast tour and had to cancel everything. So it sucks. I mean, that's the only words that can equate how we're feeling. But fortunately, times like these allow us to work on new music and allow us to kind of get closer as a band, so that when that time comes again, so we can get back on the road, it's that much more satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked this to death, but it needs to be talked about because I think the people at home can't hear it enough. Yeah. For me, being a stand-up and a former musician, I know what it's like to be on that side of the stage. To get that crowd reaction, to walk up on stage and just feel the electricity in the air.
Yeah.
The crowd feels it too. But you know what? The energy that you feel is multiplied by every single person that you are standing next to in that facility. So the musicians feel it 100 times more than that, and or the comedian or the Broadway actor or whatever the case might be, just feel it that much stronger. And it's something that is unequivocally, you can't reproduce that unless you're on stage.
Yeah, we really miss it. That's one of the things that I feel like, I think as musicians or content creators or people that perform just in general, they need that outlet. They need to perform. It's ingrained in their body and their brain and soul. And when they don't have that, when that's took away from them, it hurts. Mentally. It hurts physically, and it's tough for. I've seen a lot of bands in this area. It's like independent bands have is outright given up because they don't have an outlet anymore, and venues are shutting down left and right down here. So no one's really hosting any music that they can even try singer-songwriter stuff. Just basic stuff like that. They can't even do that. So it's like, well, shit, man, I can go downtown and I can see people play on street corners, and that's great, but is that what you want? No, you want to play in front of people. You want to get that vibe and that energy. You want to be able to get out there. It's really tough. You're right, man. I talk it to death too, but it needs to be heard.
It does. I miss just simply going to a brewery and listening to an acoustic guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even get that anymore. Last year I saw 10 different concerts, and not being able to go to single one this year, sucks. I mean, I saw Ice Nine Kills 3 times last year. I saw Slipknot, Volbeat, Falling in Reverse, From Ashes to New. I mean, countless bands last year. I can't even remember everything I saw, and to not even see one. The only concert I've attended this year was an online concert that Trivium did for $8.
Oh, wow.
That was it. I mean, they did a show out of one of the sound stages at Full Sail down in Orlando, and it was cool. But it was nothing like being at a facility watching Trivium play live.
Oh, absolutely. I saw. Well, it's funny that you mentioned like those kind of bands, because I saw Judas Priest last year. First time I've ever got to see Judas Priest live, and oh my God, that show was fucking amazing. And then not long, but I think it was maybe a month or two prior from that, I actually got to see Iron Maiden live, and they were still on the Ghost Iron Maiden tour. Mm-hmm. And holy shit, man, those shows were so incredible. To even be like the thought of like what those guys are kind of going through, like the fact that we're missing that right now, it's insane. It's so fucking crazy. Yeah,
it is. And like I said, I mean, what I'm waiting for is to see what what the festivals do. Because usually around this time into October every year, Sonic Temple's announced, and, Carolina Rebellion and Rocklahoma and blah, 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 blah. All those bands usually are, at least something is announced, but they haven't even, Danny Wimmer Presents hasn't even said anything about it. So who, I mean, I'm here in 2022.
Holy shit, man. I don't know if I can wait till 2022. I've got to see some fucking music.
Yeah. I mean, on this show, throughout the month of July and August, I was bringing on the local unsigned bands and having them perform just so that they have an outlet. Luckily I have, I get, 500,000 a month. So, I mean, they had an outlet to get played and heard nationally for once. And they can't even go out and do anything, locally at the local pub. So, I mean, I've heard some great music this year, but it's, like I said, it's nothing like being in front of.
Sure. So some of you mentioned breweries, and some of the breweries down here, I think they're still having maybe one or two singer-songwriters come out and play. But moving on, I mean, it definitely is not like it was before.
Yeah, definitely not. And I hope it's not 2022. I hope it's next year, but who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I had tickets to go see the tour with Five Finger and Papa Roach with I Prevail and Ice Nine Kills. And
oh shit, nice.
And May, yeah, that was an awesome show, awesome lineup. I'm not the biggest Papa Roach or Five Finger fan, but live they're amazing. I was really going for I Prevail and Ice Nine, But
Yeah.
you know, it was originally for, you know, May, and then I got pushed to October, and then like last week we got an email saying done. So I'm
Ice
hoping
Nine,
next year.
Ice Nine's got that hot single out right now. I just heard it like 3 fucking times on the radio. I feel so bad because I can't remember the name of it. Man, it's like even the bass player for the band like is constantly playing that song in the background. I apologize, I can't remember the name of the song right now. But
a new one?
It's a newer one that they've released, and I cannot remember the name of the song now to save my life.
Did they release a new song? Because they're like one of my favorite bands right now.
If it's not a new song, it's their most recent single that was hot.
The last one that I remember them, and this I could be completely wrong, and if I am, you know, people can call me out at home. That's fine. But in was it that long ago? Like November, they released their song about the movies. What's it called? Time to Scream. But I don't know if they did. I know they did, and I know released an acoustic album this year. Your Numbers Up was the one they released last year in October.
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those. I don't know. But I mean, that band is so underrated.
Yeah, very talented guys.
Yeah,
I've never get to see them live. I'd love to see them live.
Let me tell you what, if you ever get the opportunity, to tour them, oh man, they are just phenomenal. They, that last album they put out was now nearly 2 years ago.
Sure.
Based on all horror movies, and when they go up on stage, it's like everyone's in that horror makeup, everyone's, doing their thing, and they bring those characters to life, and it's just amazing. Sure. It's a stage show on top of a concert. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm always pushing them because they're fantastic. But we're not here to talk about Ice Nine. We're here to talk about Ashes to Omens.
Sure.
Because you guys are fucking kicking ass.
Thanks, man.
I've been a fan of you guys for a while. I've known of you guys, and then when I got the email saying I was going to bring you on, I was like, hell yeah.
Nice.
So because I'm a big metal guy. I mean, I've been enthralled with metal since 1988 when I first heard, And Justice for All.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been able to stop since.
Sure.
So,
like most of us.
I mean, anytime I get a chance to talk metal and talk music with, somebody like you, I'm all about it. So.
Well, thanks, man.
Hey, no problem, man. So, how has COVID been treating you guys? I know you got some new stuff coming out, but I mean, other than that, I mean, what else have you guys been doing?
So for the past, pretty much the past year, we've been really working on finishing our upcoming album. Mm-hmm. We released 2 tracks off of it, and then we've been preparing to release this new track that comes out on October 2nd. And it's been a long time that we've been working on this album, but we want to get it right, and we want it to appeal to pretty much anybody that listens to us that's already a fan. We want to bring in new fans. We want to honor the fans that's been with us since the beginning. So we've pretty much spent between doing the tours and playing shows, we've pretty much dedicated all of our time to working on this album and trying to get it done. Like I said before, though, COVID put a stop to a lot of it because we were 3/4 of the way finished with the album, and then all the studios shut down near us. So we didn't have any way to even get into a studio and track or record or do anything. So it really sucked. We were able to get this single finished, and we sent it up to American Music up in Seattle. We've been working with a guy named Justin Davis up there to mix and master our last few tracks. And he worked with a southern rock band out here named Lullwater that we did some shows with. And they just come off a huge tour last year as well. And so he worked on this track. He worked on our previous tracks. Has been really ultimately dedicated to getting this album finished. And for a while, we were working with Billy Gray with Fozzy to help produce the singles off this album as well. So he worked a little bit on this one, and then a little bit on the previous one that we had released. And then moving forward, it's going to be all Justin Davis working with us. So it's pretty much been time spent just writing, just spending as much time as we can writing music so that when the time comes and we can get back out there officially, we've got something that we can really get to the people that want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it doesn't matter, you know, who you are right now. You
Right.
know, your fans, you know, are craving music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's universal, bro. I mean, it's I can't talk enough about music. I mean, it's just
Sure.
one of those things that, you know, it's so unifying. And when you find a band like you guys that is just so dedicated to making sure that they get the best stuff out there for their fans, you know, that is you know, that's really, really appealing because, you
Thanks,
know, a lot of people just say, you know, oh, you know, we're just trying to get this music out just to get it out. But, you know, it's very rare that, you know, at least these days, you know, with the bigger bands, do people say, hey, you know, this is for the fans.
Sure.
The little guys, you know, that are trying to be those big guys are all about their fans. And I'm glad that you guys still, you know, that's what you guys are about.
Yeah, we absolutely, we love our fans to death. Our fans are our life's blood. You know, we had a couple of big fans that had followed us on a few of the tours that we did last year across the Southeast. They started a fan page for us. It's a small little fan page that they've got going for us, but they're so dedicated to everything that we put out, and they've been wanting us to do live streams, you know, doing small shows, you know, just from home, from our own home studios, and just so they can hear us and get a bit of that music that we're trying to put out there now, and you know,
Yeah.
also to hear some of the older stuff that we had previously released as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, Twitch, you know, and obviously YouTube,
Yeah.
you know, are, you know, huge on the streaming and the live music right now. I mean, I know Trivium does it. We talked a little bit about them earlier.
Yep.
You know, then there's another band called Halocene that is huge on Twitch. You know,
Yep.
there's, I mean, a lot of bands that are just, you know, that's the only way they can play it right now. So, I mean, if you guys can pull it off, fucking go for it. I'll be glued to the fucking monitor of my screen every day.
Yeah, man.
So, let's go ahead and play a tune. Therefore, you know, my audience who doesn't know you guys can be, you know, transfixed the way I am with your guys' music because you know
Cool.
what? It needs to be heard. So
Thanks,
let's
man.
play Let the Devil Loose, man.
Sounds great, man.
Let me just cue it up on this side and not have to worry about delaying over here. I hate technology.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a $1,500 computer and it still freaking just shits on me every once in a while.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I've got my PC just crashed myself, so I've got to buy a new computer as well. So
I literally just got this thing back in May.
wow.
Yeah, it's a Asus Tough gaming book with, you know, all the bells and whistles, and it just
Sure.
I don't know, sometimes on startup it takes like a half an hour to get warm, and I don't know, it's weird sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. I had it all queued up and I went to go share my screen and now it's like, nope, I'm just gonna spin. And now my screen is frozen.
Oh shit, that's not good.
Nope, it's fine now. There we go. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Let's do this. Let the devil loose. Ashes to omens. I'm sorry, man. This sucks. There we
Dude,
go.
no, you're good, man.
concentrated. Your veins and your body's your bed. Given to that sad. Churches in session, baby. I can feel your praise. Come kneel at the feet of the master. Try to take the beast. I got what you need. I think I finally found a way. You can't try to let the devil loose. They say that words make war, but babe, I think I'd rather see what you can do. Would you go that goes for days? You make me wait just to watch you move. So let me help you find your groove. You can't try to let the devil loose. You can't try to let the devil loose.
Fuck, that's such a good song.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I fucking dig your sound so much, man. It's
Thanks,
just
brother.
just good shit.
I gotta say, man, that's one of my favorite songs off the upcoming album, man. It energizes me as well to see the fans energized.
Dude, the first time I heard it, maybe about 6 months ago ish.
Yeah.
It was just, I felt it in my bones, man. It was just so good.
Makes
so
you want to
good.
drive fast.
It does. So when's the album dropping?
We hope to have the album drop at the first of the year. The plan initially was to have it drop right now when we're releasing the newest single.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it got delayed a little bit. So we're hoping to drop it at the first of the year, provided the studios up here are able to get opened up so we can get in there and finish some tracking. We have 7 of the 12 songs tracked already, ready to go.
Nice.
So it's we're actually considering taking a couple of songs from our initial demo that we had tracked several years back and bringing those to what we would consider our current standard and putting them on the album and really giving them some love and getting those out there, because there's a few songs off the first album that or the first demo that we had ever released that didn't get the love that we really wanted to put in there to them. And so we're probably going to drop them on and ultimately release a full 12 track.
Nice. Very, very nice. So, what was the idea behind this album? What was the inspiration? Because it's been almost a year in the making. So
Yeah.
I mean, what's been the driver behind this album?
100% honesty. Depression, anxiety, PTSD. It's something that I have dealt with my entire life, and if if anything, that shit gets me in a writing mood. And so the first demo that we had put out, the first demo we put out, was kind of centered around, I had dealt with cancer right after I founded the band. Wrote a whole bunch of music during that time of my life, put out the 8-track demo, and then not long after that, man, I fell into this steep depression, and I was like, well, fuck, it worked last time. Yeah, I'm just gonna start writing again. And the guys started coming over and seeing some of the things that I was writing, and the first song we actually wrote for this new album we released in January of it wasn't January, I apologize, October of last year, with The Conflict Within. And following soon after that came Let the Devil Loose, and now, like I said, now War Cry on October 2nd. So it really has been, this album is about 100% about overcoming those internal struggles that each of us go through, and trying to get everyone to really understand that despite all the bullshit that's going on in the world, that they're not alone, and that there is somebody that can be there for them. And, you know, and if nothing else, music is always going to be there for them. And the people that write that music lives and breathes that shit every day.
Yeah. I knew that was the motivator behind the album, because again, I follow you guys, so I wanted to make sure that got said, because that was one of the when I again found out that you were coming on the show, that was one of the biggest things I wanted to talk to you about,
Sure.
because that's one of the main themes of this show, and I don't talk about it every day, and I haven't really talked about it much this week, but you know, the whole idea behind Suck It Podcast is you know mental health, because I suffer from bipolar disorder, extreme anxiety, and PTSD. And I've had 2 suicide attempts, and you know, especially during Suicide Prevention Month, you know, it was an important topic that I wanted to talk about on certain occasions, and I'm really glad I got to talk to you about it, especially with the message behind your music, because it's something that's not talked about a whole hell of a lot. It's starting to be talked about a lot more, thankfully. But you know, the mental health care system in this country just sucks. You know, worldwide it sucks, but you know, in this country, it should be better, but it's not. But you know, I'm glad there's bands like you, bands like Bad Flower, Nothing More, all these bands that have put out these anti-suicide, depression type songs that have made an impact. And I'm glad that you guys are on the forefront of this as well.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Nothing More. I love the music that they put out. I'm completely behind the message that they put out and endorse as well. And I feel like the more musicians that I meet, especially in this area, I feel like the more that they really need to put that out there and let people know. Because I mean, at the end of the day, music is about uplifting people. No matter what kind of music you listen to, whether it's a hard heavy metal or whether it's alternative or pop, ultimately music is about lifting you up. And I feel like the musicians that write the kind of music that especially that we write, they're probably writing from a place of truth, and they're writing from a place down deep, and that's why so many people can relate to it. So I feel like they should get that out more, and I would make a call to action. If you're a musician that it faces that sort of thing, own that. Let people know that, hey, that you struggle with that too, because you don't know when someone is ready to try to kill themselves. You don't know when somebody's on the edge, and it's your music that brings them back around. Exactly.
And that's why, why I wanted to talk to you about it, because when I talk about it, or when you talk about it, it's not meant to be a downer. It's not meant to be, it's supposed to be positive. It's a positive thing, especially with music behind it. Regardless of whether or not it's a song like, Jenny from Nothing More, where they're talking about, a mom dying from cancer while her, the sister's going through a drug addiction, or, song Ghost from Bad Flower, talking about the lead singer almost committing suicide 3 different times.
Right.
It's an uplifting song regardless, and, Conflict Within is another one that has that powerful message behind it. And the first time I heard it, dude, I was almost brought to tears, to be totally honest with you.
Wow.
Because I felt it so deeply. And it was just, I've listened to that song, I don't even know how many times now. and it is just, it speaks to me on a level that only certain people will understand, but the people that don't understand still get a huge message with it, and it's so empowering, bro.
Sure. Thank you.
Hey, dude, it's my pleasure. I mean, because again, to highlight somebody that and a band, that cares so passionately about something that I care about as well, and that it, is a huge thing in this country. Last year, 48,000 people committed suicide in this country. That's huge, and and even between the ages of 10 and 24, that was the second most. That was the second highest thing that kills kids that kids that age. 10 to 24, accidental death, suicide. It's crazy. So, I'm glad that you are bringing this to the forefront in such a positive and uplifting and fun way, because your guys' music is just badass.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. I will share a story with you.
Please.
So when we were writing this first album, like I said, I just found out that I had cancer, and I was going to have to deal with that and address that. And I've all my my entire life I've always had issues with severe anxiety, panic disorder, and depression. And that's one thing that my wife has always been a huge supporter of me because of that. She sees the struggle that I have to deal with and I have to live with. And she come home from work one day, and I was trying to write because I just not long found out that I had got diagnosed with cancer. And she caught me in the garage with my guitar, and I'm sitting there trying to write, and I could not get that shit off my mind to save my life. And I was like, well, fuck, if this is it for me, I'm gonna just fucking off myself, because I don't want my wife to have to go through like this cancer battle or whatever. And I was constantly thinking about it. I got to the point where I was drinking so much alcohol. Like there's that part of that time period in my life is a complete fucking blur, because I was just drinking myself into oblivion because of the depression. And we wrote "Demon in a Bottle" for that first demo, and that's what that entire song is about. Is about overcoming those demons that can really grab a hold of you. And she come home one day and saw me in the garage just trying to fuck with my guitar, trying to write something. And as soon as she got out of the car, she walks up to me and it's like, I'm so fucking glad you're home, because I really needed somebody. And I know it's like super, super personal here, but like, she just walked up to me and she just like grabbed a hold of me, and she's like, you know what, we're going to get through this together. We're going to make it through this. And it was her support, her being there for me. And then not only that, but my brothers in this band, really pushing me to pick myself up, and know that that they were there for me. That meant, the world to me, and that helped us get through it. It helped me overcome it. We dealt with the cancer. I'm good now. We moved on. Now we moved on to the second album. And so I just wanted to kind of share that with you, and maybe other people too, that, you never know when that person's going to be there for you. You never know when they're going to come along at just the right time, when you're ready to give up. And just a simple fucking hug, is going to make that difference.
Yeah. It was my wife for me as well. The first time I ever almost did was actually on her birthday almost 2 years ago. And,
Sure.
I was thinking to myself, man, this is fucking selfish as shit, especially on her birthday. What am I doing? And, it made me get help. And ever since that moment, I've dedicated my life to, support and advocacy.
Sure.
And, all this stuff, because it's so important. It really, really is, man. And I can't thank you enough, for, giving that message. I'm so glad that you're healthy now.
Thanks, man.
That is a huge, I'm sure, weight off your shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And especially somebody that, you suffered prior to it, and then that only made it worse, I'm sure. I mean,
Yep.
it's, yeah. My dad almost died of a stroke 2 years ago.
Wow.
Started what, led up to mine. And, just that alone, almost killed me. I mean, and,
Sure.
you know, I can't imagine, you know, my wife or my daughter or myself even coming down with that. And you're a stronger, you're a strong dude for, you know, surviving that part of your life, dude. And
Thank you, man.
dude, my heart and my soul and everything goes out to you, bro. I mean, that's just awesome.
Thanks. Thank you.
Dude, again, it's my pleasure. So, you know, again, with that said, let's go ahead and profile you again and show how awesome you are. Because again, you and when I say you, I don't mean necessarily you. I mean the guys too. Because
Sure, yeah.
I want to make sure that's known because it's not just you. This isn't, you know, James Branton
right.
and friends. This is Ashes to Omens. So with that being said, this is Ashes to Omens, the conflict within. I'm not a DJ, but I'm pretty fucking good at it. When my computer works. Fuck. Dude, I'm sorry I'm fanboying out, man, but damn. You know, you guys just deserve that praise, bro. Such
Thank you,
good
man.
shit. Such good shit. I can't say it enough, man. Just those two songs, and then your old stuff too, man. But those two, whew.
I feel like we've got something with this new album that we're going to be, when it's finished up here, I think we've got something that our fans are really gonna eat it up.
Yeah, I'm excited for what you said, October or what now for that the new single.
New single's out October 2nd.
October 2nd, man, dude, I'm stoked. That's like a little bit more than 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Dude, I'm stoked. You guys are gonna be. This is gonna be a huge album for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully so. We've really got a lot of passion into writing a lot of this music, and I feel like it reflects. You know, when people hear it back, it really shows.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, those two songs. You know, I can't, say it enough. I mean, I've repeated it 10 different times, but it's just I feel it, and the way, especially in Conflict Within, the way you're singing that chorus, dude. When you hit that, can you feel the thunder? It's just, your ear holes start to vibrate with just awesomeness. You feel what you're feeling, and that's what I love about rock music.
Yeah.
Is the fact that even though you were, in some cases a verse like that or a chorus like that, in some cases, the lead singer will go a little bit more passionately and maybe even go out of key, hit a little bit of a squeal in there in some parts. And you can feel it you can feel their energy and their electricity because and their passion and their emotion because of how they're singing. You were obviously in key that entire time, but you could still, it's the same thing. But regardless of it, if it was any other type of music, that would have been tweaked in any which way, shape, or form, and you couldn't be able to feel it. Because they would have auto-tuned it in some which ways or form just to make sure that it was that perfect tone, exactly the same in this chorus, and then the end, Yeah. But you could feel it in every verse, like last year with Falling in Reverse when they came out with Popular Monster.
Love that.
Oh my God. Ronnie in the bridge, you could just, he was not in key in any which way or form. He even lost, you could tell he lost tempo. But he kept it all in there because that was what he wanted to convey. And with, same thing with you with Conflict Within, you can feel what you're trying to convey. And it's just so moving, dude. So moving.
That's the goal, man. We want to be able to move people. I think this new song, we've had a few radio stations already picked it up, put it in rotation. We have, oddly enough, we've always had fans that's in the military, and really fans from all walks of life. But there was a few people in the military that got to hear this song, War Cry, that's getting ready to come out. And we got letters back. We got messages on our Facebook page that says, hey, we were able to get an advanced copy of the song. And this moved us to tears, man. I'm going to get this to my military buddies and this and that. And it's like, holy shit. Like, we've never really connected with somebody on a level like that before. So getting messages, getting that kind of stuff out there and knowing that it resonates so well with people, that makes every bit of it worthwhile. Every bit of it.
Dude, that's awesome. Now I'm excited for it even more. 15 days.
15 days, yep.
15 days, man. That song will be released. War Cry. Guys, check it out. However you get your music, put it on your fucking playlist. Give these guys their just desserts because they deserve every bit of credit that they're getting. And they're going to get even more in the coming year because this album is going to connect with so many people, man. I can't express it enough. It really will. So for that, man, dude, I just can't say it enough. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for the continued support and all the love and everything that you guys do. Yeah, I enjoy listening to your podcast. I've always got it queued up, so I enjoy talking with you. I've had a great time tonight as well. So yeah, any love that we get from the fans, we want to be sure to let you guys know that we 100%, we love all of our fans equally, and feel free to reach out to us. We love talking with you. We love communicating with you. So please hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you can get us. We'd love to talk to you and see how you feel about the music.
Absolutely. And when this album drops in January, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll reach back out to Jimmy and Eileen, and I want you back, dude. I want to be able to really kind of dive into this album, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
I'm excited for it, bro. I can't tell you enough how much excited for it. And I am. Normally I don't, mark out this hard, but for some reason tonight I am. So, I appreciate you, allowing me to be a little bit of a fanboy for a change.
Yeah, man.
I didn't even mark out this hard for Leland Sklar last night. And that dude's been everywhere, but dude, yeah. I'm so stoked. But yeah, definitely I'll reach back out to you guys in January, because I would love to have, the whole band on in January to kind of go over this album, bro.
Yeah, they're actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. They're actually in another room over here working on new stuff. We've got a huge surprise for a lot of our fans coming up. I'm glad you mentioned Jimmy and Eileen, because I was recently put in touch with those guys, and I immediately fell in love with both of them. They're great people. I've talked to them several times. I've talked to a couple of our guys. They haven't got to talk to everyone yet, but I wish I could have pulled them away to do this with me. But they were working on music. They said, "You go do the thing, and we'll do our thing here, and we'll just get back later on." But if you're good, I'd actually like to make an announcement to any of the fans that are listening right now. We were going to wait till tomorrow to announce this, but we're officially starting to work tomorrow, quote unquote, officially. With Jimmy and Eileen with World Star PR. We're going to start working with those guys. They're amazing. Like I can't sing their praises enough, how much they've done for us just in this past week alone. And our guys are so elated to be working with them. And I just wanted to throw that out there. So big things in the works. Jimmy and Eileen's great people. So if you don't follow them on Twitter yet, you fucking got to follow them, because they're funny as hell anyway, and and they're good people in general. And now they're working with us. So. Yeah.
You can follow Jimmy Starr at Dr. Jimmy Starr on Instagram and on Twitter. And then again, you guys can follow Ashes to Omens on Instagram and Twitter at Ashes to Omens as well. They're fantastic guys. I mean, I love Jimmy and Eileen to death. I've been working with them since late May, early June, and in the 3 months that I've been working with them, I've gone from this little less than 10,000 a month show to now I'm over 500,000 a month, and it's
wow.
They do fantastic things for people, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't thank them enough, and I'm so glad that you're working with them, because now I can just I can get a hold of you anytime, but
yeah.
Now I can give you if you don't answer my DM, I can just say, hey Eileen, get a hold of James for me. But dude, come January, I'm definitely gonna want you back when this album drops. Hopefully, again, it does drop in January, and we're gonna profile the whole album. I want the whole band on, and we're just gonna have some good fucking time, man.
Dude, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, you guys deserve it, bro, and I wish you nothing but the best, and good luck finishing up the album.
Yeah.
I know you said you're coming up this way soon, you said?
We will be coming up that way very soon. We're hoping to do. I would ultimately like to come in studio to do it, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out with COVID and all. But we're going to be doing a exclusive interview with 105.3 The Bear with Nathan Sparks there out of Virginia on October 2nd, the day the single drops. They're going to be airing it live. And then our bassist is actually originally from Virginia.
Nice.
And we've had a bunch of calls from Virginia with people wanting us to come up there and play shows. So we're going to find a way. We're going to find a way to get up there and put on, maybe, if nothing else, we can do some private shows and then have you out, have a couple of the other guys out, just have a good time and have a fucking throwdown.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm all about it. When you guys come up here, let me know, and I'll see what we can do.
Sweet.
But,
All right.
yeah. Again, I can't sing your praises enough, guys, man. You're just, yeah. Keep doing what you're doing, and this album's going to be amazing for you guys. I really think so. But, you guys, again, keep safe. Stay healthy. And fucking stay heavy, brother.
Yeah, we will, brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Sweet. See you guys soon.
Yeah, you too, man. Bye-bye. What a cool fucking guy. What a cool fucking band. What a great fucking bunch of group of people, man. God, I love this fucking show. I love music. I love everybody. Fucking A. But what a way to close out a fucking Friday Eve Thursday. Tomorrow, the guitarist for the Steve Miller Band, Kenny Lee Lewis, will be on the show to close out the week and kick our weekend off right. So come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. East, 5 p.m. West, for Kenny Lee Lewis of the Steve Miller Band. But until then, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay fucking heavy. Peace.